Okay, hey there guys, I'm just gonna get right into this one. I got really behind on War Season just because of or just videos in general, just because of some real life stuff going on. But I'm finally getting back to uploading, which I really want to get started on. So Path 1 is a path I'm really comfortable with. I took it for like 8 straight seasons or something pretty much in one of my previous alliances, and I just ran Path 1 like non-stop, so I was really comfortable taking this path today in Section 1. It's something I'm really comfortable with. With the Power Start 1 with Doom, it makes this node absolutely a joke because you just throw your SP1 from anywhere and you just remove the regeneration and you just get staggers going. This fight was super simple. Again, some people are like afraid to use Doom for high ground, but if you notice, you hardly have to block with a champion like Dr. Doom, so even with the high ground charges, it doesn't even get that bad. I literally stay at 98% health throughout this fight, and I have the Fury for an SP2, so that pretty much wraps it up. The key to that fight, you can do it without it, but by starting with the Power Start 1, I eliminate chances of that fight going downhill very quickly, because you could, in theory, have some issues arise. So this next fight is a Masochism Killmonger, that's why I have Mr. Fantastic on the team for the armor break synergy, and I only needed to place 2 pre-fights in this war, so I had 2 that I could use willingly. And so I thought about it and I was like, hey, wait a second. Masochism, so if I throw a debuff on him from Mr. Fantastic, if it sticks, I get a little bit of like extra damage, I think was the one I picked, but if it doesn't, my opening parry works, so I'm able to go immediately in for the armor break, and I have nothing to worry about for this fight now. So that was like just a cute little trick I kind of picked up during this war. This fight, it's not even that hard as long as you have the Mr. Fantastic synergy, because the armor breaks plus your Doom, you have a ton of health, you have a ton of resistance, Killmonger won't crit against you, you just have a ton of damage. The one thing I wanted to make sure was that I had a fresh armor break going into my Fury, because like you saw it was like halfway done. By the time I get to like the SP2 part of the rotation, if the armor break is off, he's going to get a ton of power back from the 3 Incinerate, so I didn't want to risk that. So all I did, I just made sure I had the armor break going into it, and I get here, launch the SP2 again, and using Doom with boosts, and it's against TCN. TCN's a bit of a whale alliance if you didn't know, so we were all instructed to boost big because they're an alliance that's going to boost very big throughout the whole war. I ended up placing a pre-fight on that Mangog for my friend to take. It wasn't assigned, but as I said, I only needed the 2. So here it is again. So those are the boosts I was running this for. So in Section 2, my officer and I, he texted me on our messaging app, and he was like, okay, yeah. So this is like the fight. I was like, why is the one fight like yeah, he's like, oh yeah, you can pick whatever champ you want for this one. I was like, well, I guess I'll bring Hercules. He's like, oh, they banned Hercules. So then we were talking for like 20 minutes or something about like what champion would work. We both came to the conclusion that Captain America Infinity War, and I'll use the Power Start 1 and the Science boosts. So I just need to get up there as quick as I can pretty much without losing the, without giving him too many charges. So what I do here is I do that, so I get the Fury, and I try to get up to the SP2 as quick as I can. Right before the Fury expires, I get off my second one, which gives me almost another bar of power from Captain America. And so now I just need one more SP2, should pretty much finish off this fight. This fight I was a little bit worried about because you can get clipped by his SP1 really easily. He's a high ground defender, you have a ton of block penetration, but Captain America made it actually a pretty simple fight. The next fight's also super simple, so I'll just wrap up talking about it. I realized I didn't turn on Do Not Disturb again because I'm dumb. So for this war, we ended up winning. TCN did not do their best performance. I think it was like they gave up like an early like death. We finished the map a lot before them, I think it was, and we had like a lot less deaths than we already had, like only one more death than they had, and they had taken a lot less fights. So in the end, the score was a bit bigger, but TCN played fairly well. Like, they didn't need to go all out in this type of alliance war. For this fight for Dr. Doom, I don't really care if he gets a couple of those stacks, just because, again, I'm Dr. Doom. I'm not going to be blocking much, and I have a ton of block and armor anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So this war was pretty easy. The 4 fights, pretty quick and clean. I'm just gonna try to get out like all these war videos that I'm behind on, which is literally all of them. So I'm just gonna try to get those out as quick as I can, so I'm not gonna add too many frills or anything to these. I'll be seeing you guys around shortly. I hope to get another video out really soon. See you guys around. Bye!